What's happening, brother? Hey, Harrison, what's going down? Hey, Logic, what's cracking? Hey, guys, listen, I'm listening to the album right now. Oh, my God. It's fire, it's hot, it's heat, it's beautiful, it's lovely, it's amazing, it's wonderful. Probably the best album you've ever made. But you did that the last time and the time before that and the time before that. But anyway, hey, Logic, man, thank you, man. It's solid. I love it. You're the best. Be well. Be tomorrow, homie. And man, listen, we got to do a vlog together, all right? Harrison, make it happen. I got to come to New York, and we got to do a vlog sitting down with the man Logic. Give me 3 minutes of your time, homie, please, because I want to tell the story of how you designed that song that changed the world. I love you, man. Take care. Bye, guys. Be well.
A few minutes later.
Did you grow up there in San Francisco?
I did. Grew up 34 years. Yeah, just moved to Atlanta 3 years ago.
I did coast to coast the last 4 years, and I met about 50,000 people in the street, homeless, from Miami, New York, Florida, San Francisco, LA. I mean, I just left LA before it burned. It was so bad there. They hadn't had rain in 5 months, and people were at each other's throats. You know, you throw in social issues, you throw in mental issues. It makes a mess of it.
Brother, can I ask you a question?
All day.
Can you tell me about this article right here with you featured in the picture here?
Oh yeah, that's a fun day yesterday.
Tell me what happened yesterday, and tell me about the work you do to advocate for other people.
You know, that's funny. Basically, the last 4 years, I take a lot of notes and I write a few books. I don't do a lot of action, but when you're investigating, like yesterday, it took a couple weeks to find out what we were going to do for this bloom, but this guy hadn't been in a town hall meeting in 500 days. Now, I used to love going to town hall meetings and explaining the garbage business and how much people ask me silly questions. How much water is going to be in my container? How does it affect my bill? So I got to do an equation to square foot and calculate that to liquid and let the city know in just a few minutes. You know, it's only a couple tons of water, equate to a couple $100 in the annual, $50,000 bill. I'm going to get a question like that right away. This guy is our congressman. He's here supposed to, under God, in front of God, help us out. He's supposed to be making the decisions that we vote on. When a guy doesn't show up to hear what the city or the people have to say in a town hall meeting for over a year, what has he been doing for the last year for the government's paycheck? What's the guy with $325,000 a year when the VFW says, hey, we need you to come in, step in, be mayor, and clean this town up. We want the average government worker to make no more than the average American. I think we talked, the average American makes what, 55 grand? How can anybody for the people make more than the people? When you're working for the people, when you're working for the government. The government means control, and the people control the government. And the day is past where the government thinks they're going to control the people anymore. They don't stand for it. When you talk to 50,000 homeless people or 50,000 people riding coast to coast on a motorcycle, 29 states, 17,000 miles, coast to coast. I did it on the Harley, on the Honda. I did it for my friends that had killed themselves like you. I lost one friend in high school at 18, another friend in high school at heroin at 19, another friend because he was 500 grand in debt like me.
So, brother, what's one thing you would say to the young homeless person in pain who's on the street, doesn't feel like there's a way out, a way to safety, a way to betterment, a way to recovery? What do you say to that individual who's out there alone in the world to his or her own devices, without a leg to stand on and with the weight of the world on their shoulders? What do you say?
You still gotta smile and ask for what you need. God's gonna say, ask and you receive. Jesus said it. When I go to community and I just say, hey, can you help me out with something to eat, or how you doing? Sometimes it's just sparking up a conversation. But in every community in this country, there's a place to help you. The problem right now is people don't know where to ask for help, and the people that are helping each other, God bless them. Yesterday morning, I see a girl crying. I ask her what's wrong. She says the homeless shelter turned me away because they said they can't help me. And I go in there and I get the director's number. And I said, lady, you just got to go back in and ask for help. And nobody should turn nobody away when they're asking. You see somebody that's asking for help, you better help them. Because that karma comes on you for not helping nobody. All right. And that's the problem with America these days. We got 5.8 hours of television. That's almost 6 hours a day people watch TV on average. So the average American is sleeping 2 months a year in front of the TV. What are they doing? Are they plugged in? Are they getting education? Are they watching drama and violence that they don't need to bring into their lives? Are they better in their education? Because I watch the History Channel all day if I had a chance. But I choose to balance my time a little better. I got rid of all my possessions 4 years ago. When the American people said we're tired of gasoline, why do we still have cars that run on gasoline? 1,000 times. When I sold cars for 5 years for 300 different dealerships, every single person says, when are we gonna get a car that don't run on gasoline? You sit down and counsel these people for hours to make the second biggest decision in their life. Buying a car is, second to what, a house or a business.
What keeps your advocacy going? What keeps you in the fight to make changes?
Honestly, I fall in love with a new person every day, like you. This guy, I'm sitting over here watching the radio show, doing a blog. I mean, dynamic, right? Like a superhero, an athlete. I meet new gals every day that I fall in love with. And I did 22 years of corporate, right? 8 years with a major company here in town. And I'm gonna kind of leave the companies out right now. I did 4 years with a garbage company. I had 11 auto parts stores. And before I got my 12th auto parts store, I dated the vice president of the auto parts store. And she's a real smart lady. And we never mess around or nothing, but we got to hang out a lot. Because when you're working corporate, it ends up being 12, 14 hours a day, right? So you gotta eat dinner together. You had 6 o'clock breakfast and 7 o'clock meetings. And then she tells me how she used to be vice president of Starbucks. And I says to her, wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. And we get to talking about it. And we're getting ready to build my 13th store.
There you go.
She says the number one thing wrong with Starbucks, and I'm trying to pound it in my people's head, and that's part of the reason I left. And this is what we need to make sure we do at the auto parts store, is when you walk in that door, I want you to greet that customer and say hi.
That's
or
right.
Good morning.
Yeah, or
hey,
not,
you.
not have the guy behind you coming up on you when you're trying to pay. Like, hey, buddy, step back. Give me a minute, like we used to. We used to give people time to breathe, but they have a quota. They have to get this many people every single time. If they miss their quota, they get in trouble. So I hear you. All right, brother, last word of the day. What's the last word of the day? What do you want to say that's going to impact the audience right now? What do you want to say that's going to change a life?
Wow.
Come on, you got this.
Life changer. I guess my life changer was when I looked at that photograph on this digital internet of my brand new nephew, and he was only a few days old, and I could feel that same love. I fell in love with my nephew on the picture, and it's just watch what you look on the internet. Remember to take that picture and fall in love with that picture, whether it's your girlfriend or your favorite spot or the sunset you were at on the beach last week. I spent 6 months in Malibu and Santa Barbara. I'm a snowbird at 40, right? Not because I'm rich, because I choose to be a snowbird. Our Cherokee Indian forefathers walked our skinny little athletic bodies all the way back to Florida or all the way back to California, whether you're poor or not, because you're rich inside.